Good evening, dear friends. Good evening and welcome. And thank you for being a part of this thing of ours. This is our 8 p.m. version of this thing of ours. I normally do it at 7, but this eve, I had to pick my beloved up, who spent the entire day in the state capital of Albany trying to make a difference in dealing with a number of these folks, these legislators, and the like. That's another story. So while everybody is talking and tweeting, she's up there. She's taking the 7 o'clock train, comes back, just got back. Rain, the whole bit. It's a dark and dank and miserable world. And I'm so proud of her. She puts the rubber to the road and actually meets people. And by virtue of her own eloquence, she's able to teach a lot of people, frankly, some of them younger folks who are, dare I say, not as glib and not as loquacious and not as focused on speaking accordingly. So anyway, that's where we were. We've got a tremendous show for you tonight. Tonight, the subject matter is no one could have ever imagined Trump's New York case this hilariously pathetic. We will talk about that and how the various folks are talking about how the case could go, and I'll give you what I think about that. And also, I hope you are subscribed to this channel, which is very, very critical, because I put up a video of our own Boeotian mayor who said something that was so stupid today. I thought this was a joke. I thought this is the Babylon Bee or something. No, nobody could be this stupid, but oh yes. Oh yes, he is that stupid. But first, dear friends, a critical word, a critical piece of information, critical from a critical and great sponsor. My friends, gold has been on an unstoppable run. It's gone up more than 81% in the last 5 years and almost 20% in the last 12 months. And it's happening and happening now. Central banks are ditching the dollar and U.S. treasuries are buying more gold. And the good news is predicted to go up even more. It's true. UBS even said it would go up to $5,000. Noble Gold Investments phone has been ringing nonstop off the hook. Everyone wants to protect their retirement with gold, and you can do the same. Noble Gold Investments can help you secure some gold to protect your future. From day one, you work with the same dedicated all-American expert. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced investor, Noble Gold Investments will make sure you get all the help you need. And this month, Noble Gold Investments will give you a free 1/4 ounce gold standard coin if you open a qualified account. So go to LionelNationGold.com right now. LionelNationGold.com. LionelNationGold.com. And remember, there's always a risk of investment and there's no guarantee of any kind. All right, my friends, let us start with this. We have a cretin for a mayor, a Boeotian, a dimwit, a dullard, the laughing stock, a moron, a jadrool, an absolute maroon. He is the most. Just look at him, listen to him, watch him, and you realize, dear God. Seriously. Dear God. And today, he was giving us some speech, and he was wondering about what would be the best way to handle some of these illegals. He called them immigrants. They're called illegal aliens. And he had a most novel idea. And I don't know if you heard this. I don't know if you were part of this. I hope you caught my earlier video. But this is the most god-awful stupid thing I have ever heard. I mean, this is so stupid. He should be just immediately relieved of his duties just for saying this. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Listen to this, my friend, and you shall hear. Get ready, and please, if you are drinking anything hot, any hot beverages, do not. Make sure you swallow this stuff first, because when you hear this, you're going to expel. You're going to wax emetic. Here he is, the mayor of New York City, the dishonorable, intellectually dubious Mr. Eric Adams. Ready?
Plan that states those jobs that we are in high demand, we could expedite. How do we have a large body of people that are in our city and country that are excellent swimmers, and at the same time, we need lifeguards? And the only obstacle is that we won't give them the right to work to become a lifeguard.
Can you believe? Now, he's the Jadrul. The one on your left, she's kind of looking like, what the hell? But check out the one next to him, to his left and our right, and watch her nod her head as he spews this gibberish. Listen to that. Watch her face.
And at the same time, we need lifeguards. And the only obstacle is that we won't give them the right to work to become a lifeguard.
Can you believe this? Now, I guess he figures, well, they're good swimmers because what? They're wetbacks? Now, before I say that, this is the only connection I'm saying, because they swim, and the word wetback, this terrible pejorative, which, by the way, was the title of Operation Wetback in 1954. This is what this moron said. Can you believe that? I mean, you think to yourself, this guy's kidding, right? He's kidding. Swimmers. They're good swimmers? He said this? Yep. And nobody stopped him? Nope. Nobody? Nope. Nobody stopped him. And everybody's so worried about, oh, you can't say this, and you can't say that, and you got to be careful, and you can't do anything to hurt anybody's feelings. This moron actually said that. I am shocked. Let me just tell you right now, I am 100% shocked. Shocked like you cannot believe that nobody along the way, that somebody would have not said to him, listen, you might not want to do. You might not want to say that one, Eric. But that's what you get. That's what you get when you have a city like New York City with 8 million people, 8 million. And these are people who, for whatever reason, 8 million of them, nobody shows up to vote. Nobody cares. And we get this moron who is a moron. And all I tell people is, don't take my word for it. Listen to him. He is a moron. And there are very few people that where you say, well, this one might be corrupt. Anyway, enough of that. I could not run to the machine fast enough to play that one for you. I don't even know what to say. Now, my friends, let me see if I can bring you up to speed regarding what is happening as to our great president, the one and the only, the inimitable and the ineffable, as I rotate Donald Trump. Now, why is this important? Well, let me tell you a couple of things here. First, I know people are trying their best to speak. Have you noticed this? Lawrence O'Donnell was actually out there in front of the courthouse, and I looked on my machine, on my iPad. They call it the iPad, and lo and behold, you know who else was there? Laura Ingraham. We got Laura Ingraham out there. I'm thinking, whoa, that's. By the way, that is my YouTube video, which I hope you watch. This. Laura Ingraham Hair and makeup, today's not the best way. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Normally, these folks are very particular about the way they look, and they got hair and makeup, and they got the lights, and they got the whole bit, and they're out there in this sweaty, out there in downtown Manhattan. Ooh. Anyway, what did she say? Really nothing, but it was good. It was good. Jonathan Turley has really, really done exceedingly well in the past couple of years, I guess. He has really, really done terrific. The best coverage, I think, is Andy McCarthy. He gives you lawyer talk, which is wonderful. He gives you lawyer talk. And I want to hear lawyer talk. I don't want to hear this other kind of nonsense. And the thing which is the most important, and let me see if I can bring this up to speed. And I'm gonna take everybody's commentary. I'm gonna roll it into one and tell you, here is the rules, and let's see if it works. The state, not Alvin Bragg. Alvin Bragg is not in charge of anything. Okay, Alvin Bragg. They have these wonderful West Tampa phrases. One of them is, when you want to say nothing, you say ni cojones, which means nothing. And when somebody says, what do I have? What has he got? When you want to say nothing, well, what do I have? Nothing. Go, mi pinga, nothing. Okay, nada, ni cojones, mi pinga. This is West Tampa. This will give you an idea. So what does Alvin Bragg have? Mi pinga, because he's not running the show. It's Colangelo. Alvin Bragg is there. Alvin, step out of the way. Thank you. Yeah, but I'm the DA. Get the hell. Move out of the way. I'm from the Department of Justice. You're not. Now, Alvin worked with the Southern District of New York, and that's a big deal. And they think, ooh, it's very prestigious and the like. This guy Colangelo says, look, I'm from the Department of Justice. I was number 3. I'm here. I'm the big guns. I'm going to take care of this. You got that? You got that, Mershon? I'm Colangelo. You got it? You got it? Isn't there a bakery or something named Colangelo? Or no? What are we? Calandras. Okay. I knew it sounded familiar. Calandras, by the way, on Bloomfield Avenue, right across from Grover Cleveland's birthplace. Just want to let you know. All right. Now, so understand something. Alvin Bragg is okay. He's walking in. He's doing a Tish James kind of like, well, I mean, Tish James kind of ran the show, but Alvin he's just there, and how's everything going? Can I get somebody coffee? Alvin, get out of here. It's my thing. I'm Colangelo. I'm from the DOJ. I'm from the Department of Justice. I'm better than you. Do you understand that? I'm better than you. I'm smarter than you. I'm from Washington. They sent me down for this. And also, he's telling Mershon, you got that too? I'm not the usual ADAs you got in here, okay? You got that? I'm number 3. You got that? Okay. So what happened was, in what amounts to brilliant, they're bringing in everybody, including the Speaker of the House. Boy, he owes or owns, I don't know, Mike Johnson. The Speaker of the House shows up at a criminal trial for a guy. They're making deals. And Mike Johnson says, I know who's going to win. You got Vivek Ramaswamy, who doesn't do anything for me. Ramaswamy does nothing for me. Phony as the day is long. Fast talking, yammering, phony. He's a phony baloney. I don't trust him. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's just there. He's just there for the guy's almost a billionaire. What does he care about this? He's just pretending. By the way, they all wore the same suit. A blue suit. I think they went to like Men's Warehouse, somebody said, and a red tie. And that was it. Okay, fine. But that is something there. You got J.D. Vance. You got the Speaker of the House. You got Vivek Vivek, you got other people, Purdom, whatever, possible Veep nominees. You know who really should show up in a weird way? Bobby Kennedy really screwed things up. I was like, what the hell is he doing here? I don't know what the hell. Is he for us? Well, no, who's Bobby Kennedy? It's a dog of a case. So that's really something. Trump is acting like he doesn't even know what to say. There's a gag order. Yeah, I know there's a gag order. You can't say anything and say, okay, I understand. Okay, good. The drug sucks. You suck. What? There's a gag order. I know. No, Mr. President, there's a gag order. Just okay, I got it. Thank you. Okay, good. You suck. He doesn't. He's saying, please lock me up. Do you hear me? You hear me? I wish he'd give it grab lock this up right here. Lock this up. You don't have the balls to lock me up. I swear to you. I swear. Just imagine. Close your eyes. Okay? And imagine if Trump turns around and says, listen to me, Mershon. You don't have the balls. You're a pussy if you don't do that. You don't have the guts. You and that weird daughter of yours, you hear me? You don't have the guts to do that. Go ahead. Do it. I could go up about another 10 points, you idiot. Wouldn't that be? Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Resource says, is this Trump's humiliation ritual rite to passage? I don't know humiliation on whose part, though, Steve Marino, and thank you for this. I don't know whose part we're talking about. Wouldn't you love this? Wouldn't you love this? It kind of it reminds me of Al Pacino in Santa Barbara. Oh, we haven't started yet. You see, I've been around. See, I know. I feel like I'm getting a flamethrower. Wouldn't you just love that? Come on, Juancito. Right here. Oh, come on, here. Take me. Take it. Calgon, take me away. And remember, if ever you're arrested, never hide it. Do not hide the cuffs. Do not hide none of that. Do not. You walk in like this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. These hands shook the hands of Kim Jong-un, every head of state. These hands crafted and led this country into financial prosperity. And look what they're doing to me now. Look what these rat bastards are doing to me now. Look what they're doing. Oh my God. And meanwhile, do you know how bad Joe Biden is right now? He doesn't know. He's gone. It is so funny. I was listening today to, oh, this is so good. Breaking Points. That is such a good show. Such a good show. Poor Brianna and Robbie. Is it Robbie? Robbie's such a wimp. They're funny. They're great. They're spirited. They're whatever. And they're just the what's his name? Etten, I forget what his name is. This feller from CNN, he is going through the roof. Every non-white number, every demographic. There's only one key state that Biden is winning. What is it, Michigan? I think by 1 point. That's it. Johnny Maz the Spaz says, I watched your short podcast this afternoon. Eric should be given the opportunity to star in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in part 2, if it's ever made. Oh, what a jadrool. And I tell people, listen to him. Listen to him. There's something about people who can't pronounce words. I'm funny about that. I just, it's one thing when you can't pronounce words, not say things with an accent. I'm saying say the wrong word. That's simple. There's no excuse for that. You can say things like, hey, I'm Paula Dean. Hey, y'all. Well, that's an accent. If you say United States of America and Attorney General, that's not a word. That's not a word. And let me tell you something while we're at it. and I've not heard the mayor say this word, but this one kills me. Axe. Axe not what your country can do for you. Axe what you, and by the way, that's big here in New York. Everybody says it. Uptown, by the way, it's black and white, it's urban, it's whatever it is. It is everywhere. And it drives me crazy. Supposedly is another one. I hear these things. I spend time. If I find out I'm using a word, either I'm using it incorrectly or saying it incorrectly, it drives me crazy. I won't be able to sleep. And these people don't even care about this. They don't even care. By the way, the best of the best of the best, the best of the best of the best, historically, is Dalton, Illinois, Tiffany Henyard. Number one, hands down. Haven't heard from old Tiff. Haven't heard. Well, I heard something from Fanny. Give me Fanny. Nobody's really, Fanny's just corrupt. Fanny's not stupid. You know who else? By the way, I got to tell you something. Can we do a list right now? People who do nothing for me. Ready? Number one, do nothing for me. Tulsi Gabbard. Nothing. Nothing. I don't know about anybody who doesn't need to. You know who's been very quiet lately? Matt Gaetz. What's that? What's going on with that? Matt Gaetz makes some good points, but he's as creepy and as smarmy and as slippery, and he is. Who are the ones who absolutely do nothing to you? Who? Think about this. Think of this. Who are the people that they're the biggest nothings? Tulsi Gabbard, and when Tulsi Gabbard goes on, for the love of God, she goes on the View. This is what people say. What are you doing? What are you going on the View for? Why don't you go on Georgia Championship, wrestling or something? I mean, that would make more sense. No. None of these people that I've seen, and maybe I don't know. I'll tell you who I like. If I had to pick somebody, I like old Rand Paul. He makes sense. At least I can say, well, okay. Okay. The one I like what she says. And the more they hate her, the more I love her, is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mix it up. Short of that, who? I don't know what they do. John Kennedy. What does he say? What is he doing? I don't understand I swear to you. I want somebody who makes a difference, who doesn't just sit around and just have hearings all day. How about Jim Jordan, Ted Cruz, the usual suspects? And I am so sick. I want people to say, excuse me, say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to this flag of what? Of what? Of the United States. Of what? Of the United States. Of what? Of the United States. The United States, right? The United States. You work for the United States. Not Israel, not Ukraine, not the military-industrial complex. You work for the United States, right? I am so sick and tired of this. If you like another country so bad, Israel, Ukraine, we used to have in the old days, we cared about Afghanistan to an extent. That was a waste of time. Go there. I would run my country. I would say isolationist. You goddamn right I'm an isolationist. No more of this. I got a big problem here. You should see all over New York, all of Manhattan. You have these remote, these tag readers we're going to have in June coming up. We have this wonderful thing called the congestion tax price. So we don't even understand. You come into the city, you got to pay a tax. If you turn the corner and you drive, you got to pay it. We don't even know. A toll. We're not even sure where the hell it is. And people are taking and they're scratching off numbers of their tags. You've seen this one? They're scratching off the numbers and they're covering the tag up and they're doing all this stuff and this. I don't know about you, but here in New York, they have paper tags everywhere. Paper tags, paper. They're not even, it's like they just have like numbers. It's, you could put a foreign, you ever see like the British tags are like this long and they have numbers. Anyway, I've got to do this. Instead of my mayor, he's talking about he wants to hire a bunch of Mexicans to be lifeguards because they're great swimmers. So he's heard. Can you believe that? That's it. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This man is a cretin. And I hate cretins. I can't stand cretinism. Stand by for a minute, dear friends. Dear, and great and loyal friends, because right now I want you to hear very, very carefully, very, very quickly from our dear and our good friends at a little place, a little website, a little URL. It's called preparewithlionel.com. And you know what it's about? Emergency food. We don't need emergency food in this country. What emergency food? What are you, some kind of crazy prepper? You goddamn right. Because let me tell you something. When it hits the fan, you're going to be glad you went to preparewithlionel.com. It's no longer a question of if something catastrophic is coming, it's when. And while you still have some control, what are you going to do about it now to prepare? Well, your first step is going to my website, preparewithlionel.com. And for a limited time, take $200 off a 3-month emergency food supply. My Patriot Supply is equipped to help you and your family to prepare. They've helped over 2 million families already. These 3-month kits with ready hour foods provide over 2,000 calories every day with 22 varieties and a 25-year shelf life. Breakfast, lunches, dinners, drinks, snacks, everything. And they're sealed inside 6 rugged waterproof buckets, and they're over 120 pounds of food. So take advantage right now and go to preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com. One more time, preparewithlionel.com. All right, dear friends. So in any event, going back to what I was going to say before, and I think I interrupted myself. There are 3 things that the prosecution must prove anent and regarding that of President Donald Trump. Number 1, the state, by virtue of either, I'm not sure who, but the state via Alvin Bragg or Mr. Colangelo, must prove that the business records of Donald Trump and the Trump organization were false, number 1. Number 2, that President Donald Trump had fraudulent intent in making them false. And 3, that the fraudulent intent included concealing a campaign expenditure. And to make it even more complicated, where there was a conspiracy to violate a state campaign law, even though there is no state campaign law. Do you hear what's going on? Do you hear what I'm saying? This is it. And nobody can explain, not John Yoo, not Johnny Turley, not Andy McCarthy, not what's her name, Laura Ingraham. Nobody. I mean, they could talk about it. They could pretend they talk about it. They can say this is wrong, this is bullshit, this is horrible. But here's the bottom line. If for some reason that jury says, well, we think there's enough evidence of this, that's it. That is it. You hear what I'm saying? It's it. That's all I got to tell you. If that jury said, sounds good to me. What was that? Sounds good to me. Sounds good to you. Excuse me. Laura Ingram said, well, I don't give a damn what Laura Ingram said. Well, John Yu, I don't give a damn who John Yu is. I don't care what he said or anybody else. We think we were there and we think we proved this. Well, you're proving it because you're a bunch of corrupt. Okay, maybe so. Maybe so. But so what? You don't understand. The judge's daughter is a Democratic operative. I don't care. And she's doing, and this is all phony. It says fixed. I don't know anything about that. I'm a juror. I was sitting here, and I'm telling you that what we have here is very, very simply this, and this. You got it? Do I make myself clear? Thank you, Lizzie Solak. We need 9,000 likes. 9,000. Oh, I know what you're saying. That's too much. Too much for you, maybe, but not too much for me. So just remember something. Either way. And here's the best part. I don't think Trump cares one way or another. Just get this thing over with. You want to put me in jail? Put me in jail. Good luck. Good luck. Secret Service has a few things to tell you. You want to keep him from, I mean, if they honestly put him in jail or try to put him in jail so that he cannot campaign, the numbers will go up even higher. I mean, these bastards don't get it. They don't get it. And all of your friends, remember, all the friends who shut you down and shut you up and shut you, oh my God. These I cannot wait. You have no idea. We've been waiting a long time, my friend. We were there 4 years ago. We saw what they did to our president. We saw what happened. Remember that? And this has been the longest horror show. What is the one event? If I said to you, give me one event. The one main event, the event of events. Give me the one event, the worst thing ever. Give me the worst event, the worst thing that Joe Biden ever did. The one thing. What was it? What was the thing that he did? The one, the one, and maybe if it's not him, but maybe sort of. Norma says 4 of the longest years ever. Absolutely. Gwig says illegal immigration. Dr. Murph says sniffing hair. I guess open borders. Leaving the border open and inviting illegals. Open borders, number 1. But, we can teach them how to swim because they're good. They've been lifeguards. That's what our friend said. That's what the mayor of New York said. You heard him. You heard me. No. Listen, he makes a lot of sense. Listen to this. Remember this.
Plan that states those jobs that we are in high demand.
And by the way, can you see the confused look on his face? Just a look like you're kind of like, not deer in the headlights, just like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I even here? What am I doing?
We could expedite.
Yes.
How do we have a large body of people that are in our city and country that are excellent swimmers, and at the same time, we need lifeguards?
And do you know? I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just perseverating on this. Do you know that they probably told him? He probably said, "I don't even know what the hell. What's wrong with that? You can't say that about Mexicans because they're swimmers. Well, they are good swimmers. No, they're not swimmers. They're not. You're not swimming. The Rio Grande is. Oh my God." Johnny Mass says, "Where is Eric's diversified workforce?" Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. Can you imagine? Just imagine the quality. If this is the pinnacle, You know, we had a guy, this man, his name was Bloomberg, billionaire, and he had this open like a pit. His office was in the middle. He didn't even have his own office, and he saw everybody around him. All these people were around him. He was the most incredible thing. It's one of the hardest workers, innovative like you can't believe. Rudy Giuliani, incredible. Then there was de Blasio. De Blasio used to spend every day sleeping. He'd get to work. He'd get up in the morning. This is a true story. De Blasio, this is his predecessor, would get up and go to this Brooklyn place to have a donut and something. He would go to this old YMCA, and they had all kinds of gym equipment and stuff at Gracie Mansion or places he could go. He didn't want to do that. He wanted to go from Gracie Mansion all the way to Brooklyn with this contingent of people. And all of them were sworn because he was a big pothead, a weed head, a big stoner. He and that wife of his, by the way, they're kind of like apart. She used to be a lesbian and then she changed her mind. She's not a lesbian anymore. She changed her mind. I used to be Swedish. I changed my mind. Anyway, he used to go every day. It's a true story. Have a donut or something, go work out, then come in. He'd take a nap. He didn't do anything. And he was so bad, he never went to openings and stuff. He never went to the theater. He never went to restaurants. He never went anything. He had nothing to do with New York. Nothing. Now, Eric would sometimes go to Rayo's and various places with, people like Bo Dietl and others who would just sucked him in because they wanted their best to own the mayor so that they could make him feel like he's cool, like he's wanted. They took him to the Met Gala. Remember, he wore that fancy. He is so over his head. He wants to be cool. He wants to be the mayor. He doesn't want to run anything. He wants to go to Rome and meet the Pope. He wants to go, hey, look at me. And let me see your wonderful subway system. He doesn't give a shit about this. Hell, he didn't even live in New York. He lived in Fort Lee. Nobody knows. I mean, it is the biggest joke. But the big shot, the money folks here in New York, the big shot, the Wall Streeters, the developers, the real estate people, oh, they saw this jadrul coming a mile away. Hey, be our friend. We'll have, you know what we'll do? We'll throw a fundraiser for you in the Hamptons. Yeah, we want to be your friend. Yeah, all of these Wall Street billionaire hedge funders, they really like you. Oh, no. It's not because no. They would want to talk to you anyway because you're so scintillating and you're so possessed with such panache and pizzazz. You're a veritable, granted, you might be a pangendrum, a bit of a boulevardier, but still. Oh no, we really like you. You can be cool like us. Yes. And don't worry, Eric. I know what you're thinking. Once you're out of office, we're still going to be close to you. We're still going to like you. Because you're a cool guy. And we see something special in you. You have no idea the level of, I don't know if it's the city, maybe it is, but the number of people who want to. The other day they had some kind of thing, I don't know what it was. Somebody goes, hey, Tulsi Gabbard is going to be, you want to meet Tulsi Gabbard? No. What is the matter with you? There are people who say, I got a picture with Tulsi Gabbard. Who gives a shit? What is this? What does this mean? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't think they're Republican. What is, who we're not hearing from anymore? Carrie Lake. Remember that one? Oh, Jesus. Remember Carrie Lake? Every 5 minutes. I know they stole your election. Remember her story? They told me, how much will it cost for you to just George Santos? What's that all about? Who's running the show here? I know people who think he's great, who think he's terrific for reason I don't know, because he's on TV, I guess. We're doomed. So we've got this nincompoop, brain dead president. We have the best president of my lifetime who was on jail. Rudy Giuliani, by the way, the greatest mayor. Oh, dear God. Rudy Giuliani was so good, it's not even funny. And he's being told that he can't talk about the fact that they stole the election. This thing is so goddamn fixed, it's not even funny. You know it and I know it, don't you? Seriously, don't you? Can you explain something to me? Can you explain something to me? Seriously. Would you explain to me what is the big deal about Aaron Rodgers? Can somebody help me with this? Can somebody? Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin was the first one who was so. Sarah Palin and Lauren Boebert remind me kind of. You understand this? Look at Lizzie Solak. Okay, let's try for a more realistic number of 500. Okay, it's 500. All right, is that too much to ask? All right, 9,000. Oh, it was a joke. How about 500? Okay. I did. It is the people who are really good at this. Rudy Giuliani, I'll take Rudy Giuliani, but well, he drinks a lot. I'll take it. Remember what Lincoln said about U.S. Grant? He said, he's drunk. He says, well, find out whatever he drinks and make sure all my generals have a case of it. Rudy Giuliani was the best mayor you've ever seen in your life. I mean, everything he did, he was so hands-on, it wasn't even funny. He loved being mayor. He loved it. He had this truck, like a command center. And whenever anything happened, there's a light, traffic lights out, a pothole, I don't know, sewer problem, garbage. He would show up, say, give me what is this? What is this? The garbage? Sanitation. Give me a sanitation jacket. Hurry. Puts a sanitation jacket on. I'm the sanitation department. Got the hat on. Mayor Rudy Giuliani, sanitation. What else we got? Well, we got a parking traffic light. Give me the parking. Give me the parking jacket. Hurry. And the hat. Rudy Giuliani, parking, traffic control. What do we have now? Well, there's a riot at the Rikers. Let's go. Corrections. New York, by the way, New York's finest is, of course, the police, right? New York's bravest is the fire department. New York's, here's what most people don't know. New York's strongest is sanitation. New York's boldest is corrections, and New York's proudest is TLC, Taxi and Limousine Commission. I think so. They had the best garbage man sanitation. This guy, his specialty, Times Square. So help me God. 100 pounds of crap strewn about, and in an hour it's gone. He was the greatest thing ever. And they got rid of him for some reason. I'll never understand why. He loved garbage. Loved it. Sanitation, transportation, subways. You know what this city does? Subways, buses, trains. Have you ever seen Grand Central? I'm picking up Mrs. L from the Moynihan Centers, where they have Amtrak is there and Long Island Railroad and buses and all. The Moynihan station is beautiful. So on 8th Avenue, across from the Garden, Madison Square Garden, it's right there. This is like a hub you can't believe. Every single night. Then we got the bridges, and we got the tunnels, and we got everything. It's this movement like you cannot believe. Every single day. And we need competent people who love to be administrators, and not this idiot who wants to hire Mexicans, illegals as lifeguards, because we have a lifeguard rate. How many lifeguards are we? What are you? I won't be able to sleep tonight because this is so stupid. And nobody will stop him. And nobody will say, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. How about this? Hi, I'm Lionel. Vote for me. I'm not an idiot. I'm not a fool. I'm not an idiot. I'm not whatever it is. I'm not stupid. And I'm not corrupt. That's it. And I'll try my best. I'll try to learn this stuff. I'm a pretty quick study. That's what I want to do. I want to come out and I want to spend my entire time. I'm going to say, listen, folks, understand something. I'm here. I'm your representative. They're not going to appoint me to shit. I'm not going to get any committee. I'm not going to get any committee. They're going to hate my guts. But I'm going to stand out here and I'm going to show you stuff. Like Mrs. L is telling me, she says she's in Albany. And what do? They send clerks. They send legislative assistants. People with green hair and they don't make eye contact. What is this? I'd love to walk around to show you Congress and say, look at this. You see anything here? Who are these people? What are these people? What do these people do for you? What do these people do for you? I have seriously, have you ever needed a congressman? Have you ever needed you have no idea. I told you when I got out of college, I was a district aide for a U.S. senator. I got more stuff done for people like you cannot believe. I swear to God, I didn't know. I was 21 years old, just graduated. There I was. I thought this is pretty easy to do. I like to help people. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. There used to be people, Al D'Amato, they call him Senator Pothole. Oh, he'd get stuff done for you. You remember that. Chuck Schumer is great if you're a supporter. He will call you back. Chuck Schumer is such a waste of time. It's not even funny. There's no honor among these people. There's no honor. And what I'm seeing right now, what I'm hearing, did you hear Lindsey Graham say that Israel should nuke Gaza? Did you hear this stuff? I don't know where these people, where are they? Candace Owens, I haven't seen much from Candace. I hope they don't derail her. These people just go away. I wasn't a huge Candace fan until now. Now she told that old Ben Shapiro where he gets off. What a bunch of sniveling cowards those rat bastards were. Can you believe this? Yeah, we're gonna have a debate. Meanwhile, they're calling lawyers to have a gag order issued. These people make me sick. You know who doesn't make me sick? He's still here. Mike Lindell. Remember old Mike? Still here. The way they said, oh, it's over for Mike Lindell. No, it's not. He's bigger and badder and better than ever. And he's been our sponsor since day one. And we've been loyal to him. And you're going to be loyal as well. You're going to go to mypillow.com and you're going to use promo code Lionel. It's no longer a question of if something catastrophic is coming. That's the wrong one. Because catastrophic pillows don't matter. This is the one I meant. This one here. This one. So pay attention. Forget what I just said. This is it. It's time yet again, my friends, to hail and salute our great friends at mypillow.com. And if you use promo code Lionel, you'll get a free gift. No purchase necessary. And yes, I know a free gift. It's a tautology, so sue me. But first, listen carefully. Check out their $25 extravaganzas. Premium My Pillows, Queen and King, My Pillow 2.0. My Pillow bed sheets, the lowest price ever. Sandals, slides, slippers, 6-piece towel sets, 4-pack dish towel sets. Simply and absolutely unbelievable. So go to mypillow.com/Lionel, mypillow.com promo code Lionel, or call 800-645-4965 and watch how fast Mike Lindell answers the phone. mypillow.com, simply and absolutely the best. My friends, isn't it great? Let me just ask you this. Isn't it great? Do you feel that we're winning again? Do you feel that we're winning again? Do you feel like we're going to do it this time? Do you feel like we're winning? You better tell me yes. You better tell me yes. I feel like we're going to do it. And the evidence, and I think I told you, please watch his Breaking Point. Fantastic with Crystal and Sagar. They were going through wonderful, and they're not Trump fans, and they just like to tell you this is the way it is. And they spend enough time. And they speak in a vernacular, I think that younger folks, and I appreciate this. It's a new form of news in essence. It's very refreshing, very good. And if it gets younger people involved, all the better. All the better. And let me tell you something, there is a very, very serious force. And there are people, by the way, young people who are feeling extremely. Let me ask something. Have you noticed? Do you have your members of your family, your youngsters, your kids, your friends, those individuals in your family? Do you notice that they have any serious thoughts or comments or ideas or opinions regarding what's going on in Israel and in Gaza? Do you notice that? Do you notice how this is happening? There's a very serious contingent, my friend, and you can ignore them at your own peril. And what you're being made, or they're suggesting that this is just some ridiculous constituency. Piers Morgan did one of the best interviews, if he's allowed to a doctor who is explaining what he is seeing in Gaza, and it is so horrific. It is horrific beyond any expatiation or explication. And Americans don't give a goddamn thing about it. Nor does our politician, Lindsey Graham, does it. It's disgusting what I'm seeing. Look, do me a favor. I don't care. If you believe in, that's fine. But don't believe something because you're paid off. We are, this Congress in particular is bought and sold by, name the constituency. Israel, big tech, probably bigger than anything. Big tech. Mark Zuckerberg paid them all off to get rid of TikTok so he could steal your information. Military industrial complex, big defense, big pharma, big agra. For years, big agra fought against GMO labeling. They had them all bought. This is the biggest bunch of crooks anybody's ever seen. The whole lot of them. I despise them. But here's the way it works. If social media and digital platforms are allowed to proliferate, as I believe they will, you're going to see people come back that change everything. God bless Candace Owens. God bless Alex Jones. God bless Tucker. God bless anybody. Have you seen that Pool feller? The guy with a hat? He wears that wool cap, that watch cap. Have you seen him? Tim Pool. I've never. He's another fast talker. Get him and Destiny and Candace and Ben, put them all together, and you won't know what the hell they're talking about. Have you seen him? Have you seen that one? I'm telling you, there's a lot of good folks out there, and I'm liking it, and I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I like what they're doing with the Rising, even though Robbie is boring, and I love what they're doing with just name it. I love it, and I love hearing a lot of folks. Benny Johnson, who are someone you like? Sam Hyde. Let me tell you something. This is good. Tim Pool. Anybody new, anybody that can crush, and that other rat bastard, that lying sack of shite, Fredo Cuomo. I'll still never forget the fake weights. That's the one that, to me, it's like you. One time I saw somebody, John Voight. Where is John Voight? Excellent. I saw somebody was at the store checking out, and they had this muscular dystrophy. This was years ago. They had this little like cardboard thing, and the bill came, and they actually had coins in those days because nobody uses coins. And the woman didn't have enough coins, and she looks at the Jerry Lewis card where you could put a quarter for Jerry's kids or whatever it was, And I looked at her. I didn't know who she was. I'm not confrontational. And I said, don't you even think about it. I'll give you money. Whatever, 30 cents. Don't. I know what you're thinking. Anybody who steals from Jerry's kids, it's theft. It's just 25 cents. It's even worse. It's Jerry's kids. You stole money from a cardboard thing. She didn't, because I think I stopped her. Anybody who all of a sudden, grown man says, look at me, I'm working out. Look, I'm working out. You like my muscles? Look, they're natural. I'm working out. What about the news? Through the news. Look at this. I'm sexy, right? Am I sexy? Look, I'm doing chin-ups. Look, here's a weight. Here's 100 pounds, and I'm typing. I'm on the phone, 100 pounds. 100. People have a hard enough time doing 100-pound dumbbell, a bench press, and you're doing it reverse. That's the equivalent of taking a quarter from a say, how dare you? How dare you? That's all. That's all. That's it, my friends. That is it. That is it. There's a lot of good people out there, a lot of good folks, and I appreciate them immensely, immensely. And I just want you to do this as well. All right, dear friends, listen, you have a great and glorious day. Thank you so very much. By the way, follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. By the way, we watched, anybody catch by any chance the particular piece on Kevin Spacey? Did you watch that on Discovery ID? That's a very weird one. It's a very strange one. Very odd one. I don't think people should be grabbing genitals of others. Just saying. I'm old-fashioned. Call me wacky. I don't think people should be grabbing the genitals of complete strangers. Call me old-fashioned. However, and there's a however here. However, when some people still go back to work with somebody and communicates with the person grabbing your genitals, I think that affects credibility. What do you say about that? You know what? We'll pick it up next time. Listen, thank you so much for being a part of us. Thank you so very much. Lizzie Solak, you were terrific tonight. Thank you so much. Seriously. We're going to win, my friends. We're going to win. Take everything into consideration. We're going to win. We are going to win. We are going to win. I'm telling you, I feel it. I feel it. And the numbers bear it out. It's not just me feeling good about it. All right? You understand what I'm saying? You got what I'm saying? Good. All right, dear folks. Have a great and a glorious day. God bless you for everything. Don't forget, follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. Sign up right now to her YouTube channel, Lynn's Warriors. And until tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, my friends, I say to you, I leave you with these words I always do. My valedictory, my adios, my sayonara, my denouement, my see you later. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Da-da.